Hello my friends, this is Amner Hunter from Amner Hunter Studios. Welcome to another video tutorial. This time around we're going to be checking out compression on lead vocals and harmonies or backing vocals. Right, in the previous video we checked compression on rhythm guitars and lead guitars. Right, if you didn't watch that video, I highly recommend you to go and check it out. I put together a full playlist here on my YouTube channel with all of the tutorials that I have so far. Let's quickly jump up to the compression here on the lead vocals. All right, so I'm gonna open my mixer here, and we can use the same compressor, right? This is the compressor that I'm using. I'm just going to copy it here, and I'm going to reset the controls. All right, reset all of the controls. All right, that's fine. But before we dive into compression, we first need to analyze the tracks that were giving to us. All right. We have to make compression moves depending on the tracks that are giving to us. All right, we are not going to use compression for the sake of compress, right, or because everyone is doing it, or because we have to, right? We are going to do compression intentionally, and because we needed to compress a certain track, right? But first we need to check out the tracks here. Well, it's not necessary to analyze the tracks visually, but I like to do that because okay, checking these vocal tracks, this, you can see that the vocals are pretty flat, right? Or to my eyes, they are already been compressed on the way in when they were recording. They maybe use an outboard compressor, right? As they did on previous instruments, right? So these tracks are pretty well recorded, and I think they use compression on the way in. So except for some tracks like this one, I was checking out that this is a very low volume, and then there is this huge peak here, right? Okay, we can take care of that too. And all right, so checking these, as I see that the track has already been compressed, I don't think I need that much compression as I normally would, because when I have recorded vocalists, most of them, if not all of them, their vocals are very, very dynamic. Actually, vocals is one of the most dynamic instruments out there. So let's use not that much compression, all right? So let's check out here. I'm going to put an attack of 50 milliseconds, not a fast attack. I think this could be a slow attack, more or less. I don't need that much attack because the vocals have already been compressed, and I'm going to use a fast release. I always use fast release times on vocals, all right? And almost on all of the instruments, as you can see on the previous videos. So I'm going to use a radio of 4 to 1 in this compressor. I always like to start with 4 to 1 for some reason. And I want to, here in this compressor, it has an analysis knob. So I wanted to analyze the peaks, not the average volume, which is RMS, only the peaks, all right? So because that's what I want to affect, the reduce a little bit the peaks, all right? So let's start in this section over here, or the vocals. Let's mute the backing vocals for now, and all right. if you want to know what the compressor is doing, you can exaggerate the compression a lot, so you can see what is actually doing to the vocals. Let's do that here.
Forget about control and those switches. I am the only one to burn the bridges. Nevermore.
Right, that's very aggressive compression, minus 14 decibels of gain reduction. That's a lot, all right? But we can see, or we can listen to what the compressor is doing to the vocals. So let's put less compression than that, all right?
Will I fall for nevermore will I fall for it.
All right, I think with the compression is enough. It's not that much compression for a lead vocal. I compensate the gain reduction with 1.3 decibels just to match the input and output. All right, so
Fall for anything but the guilt inside of me. I won't beg.
right, just squeeze a little bit those peaks that are left, okay, a little bit, and don't forget to check your mixes in mono too. All right, so let's do that. I think with that compression is fair enough. It's a kind of subtle compression. You cannot hear a lot of the effect of that what the compressor is doing, but definitely is putting the all of the words of the singer are kind of like more controlled. All right, a little bit more control. And we also need to check out the master bus compressor here. Alright, and the mix bus compressor is fine with those settings right there. So, alright, and alright, my friends, well, that's my approach to lead vocals and its compression. On the next video, we're going to be checking out compression on the backing vocals, alright? And we are going to use some compression to control a little bit those peaks, and in some cases we're going to need automation, which is a very important topic, but we're going to talk about later about that. All right, and let's not forget that we cannot left all of the work to the compressor. We also need to do some automation on the tracks, but that's kind of like one of the final steps in mixing. All right, so well, thank you very much for your attention, folks, and stay tuned for the next video. All right. Thanks.